Let's talk about how you can use Mote on Google Slides. Now, my previous video talked about using Mote in your Google Slides comments, just like you can for Sheets and Docs. But this time, let's modify our thinking here. And what if we want to include audio directly onto our Google Slide? That means that when you make copies for students, these audio directions will copy over and students will be able to listen to these. This is not necessarily feedback. It's actually just capturing your voice for reading the directions. And this is just good straight for all kinds of accessibility reasons, depending on the age of your students or the exceptionalities of your students. Having the ability to listen to audio is always a good idea. I love listening to audiobooks. So here's just another way that you can incorporate Mote and provide some additional support for students in your classroom. Here we go. I've got the Mote extension added, but in Google Slides, I was giddy, like just super giddy. Here's where Mote shows up now. It just shows up right here to the left of my present button. And you go, well, what's the point of that? Well, this is the point. So let's say I want to give students the instructions. This is my graphic organizers galore, which was a blog that I released a couple weeks ago. And I've got a ton of graphic organizers ready to go. I'll link to this blog in the notes below the video too, if you're interested. And I've got a video that shows you how you can customize all of these. So let's say I've got this graphic organizer shared out to students and I want to provide some audio directions. This is all I have to do. I've got my slide open. I'm going to click on my little Mote here. You may have to allow permissions, but click on the little Mote in your inside of Slides, just to the left of present. And then you get this almost little post-it note that shows up, and notice you can move this around. So if it were to show up and it's directly over what you wanted to record, just move it off to the side. It's as easy now as clicking this. It's going to start recording my voice. I'll click this same area to stop and we'll go from there. Ready? Let's get to it. Click in this box and type in your title. Now, when you're done recording, you can either go back, you can play it and you can listen to it, or if you know that you've messed up and you just need to straight up delete it, go ahead and delete it. But I always like to preview it. Click in this box and type in your title. Okay, so I'm good with that. And then I'm going to click the insert button and wait patiently. And you can see it doing its thing. And then when you see this purple speaker up here, you can see here's your play. All you do now is they can play it, you can play it, but I'm going to actually move it so that it is in a space and you're ready to go. Now, a few extra little things just in case you're interested. It doesn't have to remain this purpley color. You can come over here and go to the recolor, select this, and then you have these as your options. I do really like having it as that purple color. My students have gotten used to using this, and I've been working with kindergartners. They get used to seeing that bright purple icon, and they know that all they have to do is click on that icon. You're going to get that little play button. They play it, and you're off to the races, and they get working. Now, when you put this in Google Classroom and make comments, this will copy right along with everything else that you've got going on here. What I tend to do is keep my directions very short and sweet. So I might add in another Mote here and another Mote here. And it does provide that level of independence that we want to encourage with our students. And the text is still there. They can still read. I hope this is a tech you can do tip that you come to adore and love and use. Use this with your kids.